same area, so it's very similar. Anyways, the exercise is this. When you begin using this technique, set a timer for 3 to 5 minutes and practice this exercise until the alarm goes off. Then, as you get more accustomed to using this technique, you can set the alarm for longer periods of time, like 10 or 15 minutes. If you feel more comfortable listening to the instructions, use your smartphone to record the directions in a slow, even voice so that you can listen to them while practicing this technique. Instructions. To begin, find a comfortable place to sit in a room where you won't be disturbed for as long as you've set your timer. Turn off any distracting sounds. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, do so to help you relax. Now locate the bottom of your sternum on your rib cage. You can do this by touching the bone at the center of your chest and then following it down toward your abdomen until the bone ends. Now place one hand on your abdomen between the bottom of your sternum and your belly button. This is the center of wise mind. Take a few slow, long breaths and relax. Now slowly breathe in through your nose and then slowly exhale through your mouth. Feel your abdomen rise and fall as you breathe. Imagine your belly filling up with air like a balloon as you breathe in, and then feel it deflate as you breathe out. Feel the breath moving in across your nostrils, and then feel your breath blowing out across your lips, as if you're blowing out candles. As you breathe, notice any sensations in your body. Feel your lungs fill up with air. Notice the weight of your body as it rests on the seat in which you're sitting. With each breath, notice how your body feels and allow your body to become more and more relaxed. Now, as you continue to breathe, let your attention focus in the spot underneath your hand. Now, as you continue to breathe, let your attention focus on the spot underneath your hand. Let your attention focus on the center of wise mind. Continue to take slow, long breaths. If you have any distracting thoughts, just allow those thoughts to leave you without fighting them. And without getting stuck on them. Continue to breathe and focus on the center of wise mind. Feel your hand resting on your stomach as you focus your attention on your center of wise mind. Notice what appears. If you've had any troubling thoughts, problems, or decisions that you have to make in your life, think about them for a few seconds. Then ask your center of wise mind what you should do about these problems or decisions. Ask your inner intuitive self for guidance, and then notice what thoughts or solutions arise out of your center of wise mind. Don't judge whatever answers you receive. Just note them to yourself and keep breathing. Continuing to focus your attention on your center of wise mind. If no thoughts or answers come to your question, just continue breathing. Now continue to notice your breath rising and falling. Keep breathing and returning your focus to the center of wise mind until the timer goes off. Then when you've finished, slowly open your eyes and return your focus to the room. This one says, how to make wise mind decisions. Now that you've had practice locating your wise mind center and you can check in with that area of your body before you make decisions, this can help you determine whether a decision is a good one. To do this, simply think about the action you are about to take and focus your attention on your center of wise mind. Then consider what your wise mind tells you. Does your decision feel like a good one? If so, then maybe you should do it. If it doesn't feel like a good decision, then maybe you should consider some other options. Learning to make reliably good decisions about your life is a process that evolves as long as you are alive. And there is no single way to do this. Checking in with your center of wise mind is simply one way that works for some people. I have like saliva trying to just drip because I'm like looking down. However, some words of caution are needed here. When you first use wise mind to make decisions about your life, it will probably be difficult to tell the difference between an intuitive gut feeling emotions to cool down so that you can use reasonable mind. 2. Did the decision feel right to you? Before you make a decision, check in with your center of wise mind and notice how it feels. If you check in with your center of wise mind and you feel nervous, maybe the decision you're about to make isn't a good one or a safe one. However, maybe you feel nervous because you're excited about doing something new, which can be a good thing. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference, and that's why using reasonable mind to make your decision is also important. Later, when you have more experience making healthy decisions for your life, it will be easier to tell the difference between a good nervous feeling and a bad nervous feeling. Hopefully y'all don't mind that mouth sound, but I just have a lot of 3. You can sometimes tell if you've used wise mind by examining the results of your decision. If your decision leads to beneficial results for your life, chances are you used wise mind to make that decision. When you start using wise mind, keep track of your decisions and the results in order to determine whether you're really using wise mind. Remember, wise mind should help you make healthy decisions about your life. Okay, that's all I'm going to read out loud to y'all. I highly recommend this book. I don't know if that sounded good, but I want to do a little bit more actually ASMR, but anyways, I hope that y'all have been doing great. Behind me I have some coping skills and so that's coping skills, communication skills, time management skills. So I would highly recommend you set something like that up around you. I also want to do a gratitude list that I can put somewhere either below or above, probably above, or to either side, but I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But I feel like those few things can really help you also make wiser decisions. First, do a coping skill. If you don't know what to do, refer to your schedule that you made, which is basically your logic side saying this is the most productive way to deal with my time. That also takes into account self-care, so it's not just let's work, but it's let's take care of ourselves and work. So yeah, and then this is communication skills. I'm actually gonna go ahead and read this one for y'all because I do think it's quite important. Let me make sure. Okay, awesome. Okay, tips on communicating. Let me see if I can stabilize my hand or something. Okay, perfect. When you're feeling emotional, that is not the time to communicate with someone you care about. When you're emotional, research how to communicate in an assertive way. Then write a draft of how you think you can communicate the topic in a loving and effective way. Let the focus be on kindness and effectiveness rather than being defensive or keeping the peace. You matter and your boundaries are key to your emotional well-being. Doing the research and writing drafts, then editing it is key to healthy relationships. This also allows you to ensure you are giving everything space and are not just irrationally reacting. Okay. And then for time management, these are some things. Oh, I'm not gonna show my apartment, just some those are things that, for me, it's like, those are the things if I were like 10 out of 10 productive, that's what I would be doing every day. And then coping skills, I